Hey guys, welcome back to Exploring Like a Mother. Super excited to show you guys this video today because this was our first time dispersed camping, meaning there were no bathrooms, no showers, no water hookup. We were responsible to bring it all and pack it all back out. We headed up to Arrow Rock Dam, which is just about an hour outside of Boise. So I wanted to share a few things this time that I haven't done before because I think one of the most intimidating parts of camping, especially with kids, is what in the world do you bring? So here in this video, I'm going to show you some of the breakdowns of what we bring and how we pack it. So here are some of the main things that I bring basically every single time we camp. We have our camp chairs because you want something to sit around the fire. Our hammocks, we started to bring those. The kids absolutely love them. I've got a little baby solo stove. It's super tiny, easy to bring onto the beaches. Cook marshmallows without a lot of wood. Potty, changing tent, and toilet paper. The camp potty with the bags that you use to take everything out with you. Always bring different lanterns, couples so that each of the kids can have one. Citronella candles and bug spray. A lot of the places we've gone have had a lot of mosquitoes, so that's a must. Some type of protection, so bear spray, knife, whatever it is that you feel comfortable carrying with you. Small prep table for cooking and firewood. So tools are also really important to have with you, especially when you're in places where it might not be easy to get somewhere and you might have to fix something. So I have a Dewalt power package that has jumper cables. It's got air pump and power so that I can power my phone or other tools or things that we have with us. We've got a Makita flashlight, a Makita impact drill, and a Makita air pump. Keeps it super simple. The batteries are all interchangeable. I typically bring about 3 batteries with me, and I can also charge them if I need to with the power package. A couple other things I found super helpful: an axe, chopping up wood, the shovel so that we can dig holes if needed for the bathroom, a small hammer, and tie down straps. They can be used for putting between trees to dry your clothes. Of course, tying down things like the kayak or the paddle boards. Once I blow up the paddle boards at camp, we pretty much keep them blown up, and I'll just strap them down to my car to cart them down to the water if our campsite is not close by to the beach. All right, let's talk about communication and safety. This is definitely something that we have stepped up our game this year. So we have walkie-talkies that have about a 3-mile range. They have been huge when camping with friends in places that have no service. I can send one with one of my friends and we can link up as soon as we get there or communicate where we're going on the beach. I can also give it to my 13-year-old if he goes down to the beach to hang out and we're still at the campsite. I also got a satellite communication device. I can put some more information in the comments about what one we got, but I absolutely love it. We have our emergency battery and jumper cables, that Dewalt power package I talked about before. Pretty much always carry a knife. I do have bear spray with me whenever we camp. I carry pepper spray on me pretty much all the time when we're camping. The bear spray, if we're going out into the woods or somewhere more remote, I will take. Some type of personal protection. That's up to your comfort level. Water supply and a water filter. I don't have a water filter yet, but we also haven't camped too much where I would need it yet, but that is something that I would like to add to what we have. Whistles are something that I never really thought about before, but the more videos I've watched, definitely something important to have. And this year in Idaho, if you're going out on the water like on a paddleboard or a kayak, you have to have a whistle attached to your life jacket. So we always have those. Our first aid kits, I carry those one in the camper. I have one in our bag that comes with us paddleboarding, and typically have one in the car also. So I have about 3 with us that have all your basics. Some of them have some more intense first aid in case there was a more major injury, and that one typically is in the car. And of course, life jackets. All right, so we'll talk about what I keep actually inside the camper or the tent that we're sleeping in. Obviously, sleeping bags. We bring a bunch of extras because it gets really cold at night. Pillows, Blankets, again, good to have extras. I keep diapers and wipes inside the camper because if I need them during the middle of the night, I do not want to get out to get those. Lanterns and flashlights, everyone has their own, plus we normally have one extra hanging outside the camper. Our clothes, at least for what we're going to wear, like for pajamas or the next morning, I keep those in the camper. That way it's easy to change in and out. A couple of the kids' favorite toys and books. If they wake up at 5 in the morning, I don't want to have to go out to the car or somewhere else to get the things that they want that'll keep them entertained and quiet. And I also keep medicine inside the camper with us because my kids typically get runny noses, and so I keep saline spray for them in there, like Tylenol, anything like that, because if they wake up and they're not feeling good in the middle of the night for some reason, again, I don't want to be searching for that in the middle of the night. I want to know where it is and I want it close by. All right, guys, who's excited to go camping? First time going dispersed camping where we don't have a campsite selected and we don't even know where we're going to end up tonight. So it should be interesting. Woohoo! Let's go.
I want to sleep in camper.
Okay, me too. We're headed to Arrow Rock Reservoir, I think is our goal. We just don't know where we're going to camp yet. Bye! So after some really bumpy roads and some narrow passages where you had to stop so that 2 cars could get through, we finally made it to a spot that had an awesome little beach area. Scoped it out, checked it out, make sure it was what we wanted, and then we started setting up camp. So I found it really helpful to get the kids set up with some type of activity or let them know where they can play so then you can go ahead and get camp set up. So here there was all of this driftwood, which they were super excited about. Just give a kid some logs and some water. Yeah, a little campfire. Say hi, Ducky.
Do you think this is perfect to run?
Oh, it might be. That looks like it could be a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hold it for the fire?
Yep.
Thank you. Can I get here, Wyatt? It's okay if you come over here. Look at it.
That's cool.
Look at it. Yeah. Why look out that?
So before we had dinner this first night that we got there, we decided to go explore a little bit further down the road. Didn't go quite as far as I had wanted, but the kids found some cool animals to check out and we got to see just how beautiful this whole area is. Can't wait to explore further. There you can see our campsite and that huge beach area we had all to ourselves. It was awesome. All right, so let's talk about the potty situation because this is a new one for us, having to provide our own bathroom to use while we're camping. So here you can see we have our little changing potty tent, 5-gallon bucket with the bags inside that I get from Walmart and toilet paper. Worked pretty well except for when it got really windy. Couple different options. They have like the fancy ones, which we actually have one, but I haven't taken it out yet. Your 5-gallon bucket, that's what we used. We also have one of these smaller like portable potties that doesn't have like the base. And then of course there's just a good old shovel. Definitely do your research to figure out which method you think will work best for you and where you go. I'll keep you posted as we use the different ones and see what we like best. All right, now that we got the potty talk over, let's talk about keeping the kids entertained while camping. We typically bring sand toys, our buckets, shovels, all that kind of stuff for beach play. I'll bring the kids backpacks, and they get to pick a favorite toy or two to put in there that they'll have in the camper or to play with. Some coloring books and crayons, those are great for early mornings. Some type of craft activity, you'll see later that we did some tie-dye this time. Fishing poles, all three of the kids are big into fishing right now, so those were awesome. Nets and some type of critter catcher, they're always on the lookout for something that they can catch. My sweet friend makes an adventure kit. Check her out at All Weather Adventuring. She's on Etsy, and you can also find her on Instagram. She makes amazing adventure kits. They have awesome little pages that get the kids outside exploring, finding different things in nature. There's like different plants and animals and birds, and she even has maps for trails. It's awesome. Definitely check her out. So another thing we always bring, or typically bring, is our paddle boards and kayaks because the kids absolutely love the water. We also have cornhole that we bring as some type of game, some card games, and glow sticks are always a big hit at night. You roasting some hot dogs for dinner?
Yes.
What do you think, Hannah? Are they going to turn out good? Yeah? Good job! What do you think, Wyatt? Is it going to be delicious? It's a little windy tonight, huh?
Yeah, it is.
A little windy, but you got your jacket.
No.
So when it comes to some of our favorite camp meals, I like to try to keep it super simple because the whole point I'm out there is because I want to be out in nature and want to be exploring. I don't want to be cooking. So hot dogs are super simple. They're fun for the kids to do. They can do them if you have the long skewers like we do. Burgers, I do pre-make them at home. That way I'm not making a mess at camp. Campfire nachos, also pre-cook the beef before we go. That way I can just throw it all together once we get to camp. You can cook those over the fire. Grilled deli meat sandwiches, those are always kind of fun because the kids can pick what meats they want. Bagels and cream cheese for breakfast, super simple. Bacon and eggs. Pancakes or French toast. And muffins are a great one too. So one thing to think about is the weather and be prepared for basically anything. So it ended up being really, really windy. It would go from perfectly calm to these major rollers coming in. So I was really happy that the kids had all their rain gear and warm clothes to bundle up in when this wind picked up. Yeah. The ladybug, what happened to it? So sometimes I think we get so caught up on thinking, how are we going to entertain the kids the whole time that we're camping? And I find it's actually pretty good, and I love watching when the kids get bored and seeing what they come up with and what they play and how they get along and teamwork. It's just really cool to watch. So don't be afraid to let your kids get bored when you're camping because they'll come up with some pretty creative things.
That's stuffy a jet ski boat.
He's getting people for you. Gonna set it off to, oh, it's on, sailing away. You know what you're doing? Oh, you got all the glow sticks going? Nice. Oh, here comes our ducky friend. What should we name her? She keeps coming to visit. What should her name be? Hi, ducky friend. There you go. Hi, Dynasty. Oh, Watermelon? Hi, Watermelon. I have marshmallows and graham crackers, and I don't know what happened to the chocolate. So for us when we're camping, we don't really have a bedtime. I just kind of play it by ear, see how the kids are feeling, if they're really tired, or if I'm really tired, we may go to bed earlier, or sometimes we stay up pretty late camping. This particular night, Wyatt was super tired, so I went and laid down with him in the camper for a little bit. He fell asleep. Hannah, Jason, and I stayed up and watched the sun go down, stayed out by the fire, and they did some fishing. Speaking of fishing with kids, last time we went fishing, Wyatt actually hooked me in the leg, like his hook went into my leg. So I found these at Walmart, and the hook actually like hides up in the bobber until it goes in the water, and then the hook sinks down and the bobber stays on top. These have been a lifesaver. Love them. So earlier I talked about activities to bring while camping. So this time we did camp shirts. My kids wake up super early when we're camping, like talking 4:35 in the morning. So most of the time there's quiet hours at our campsite and we don't want to be making lots of noise. So always looking for things we can do quietly in the camper, especially before the teenager wakes up. Day 2.
Me too.
You too? Jason's out fishing.
I made the bagels.
You're gonna have bagels with cream cheese?
Yeah.
Sounds delicious. Looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day out.
Yeah.
Got pretty chilly. Got about 45 degrees in the camper last night.
Hey.
Jason was up in the tent there. He said it was a little chilly as well. Got our cream cheese. We made camp shirts this morning. Here's Wyatt's cute little Wyatt's camp shirt. And I think Hannah is going to be getting... Hannah, can you hold up your camp shirt? Hannah's camp shirt. Woohoo! So cute. Hannah's being snuggly this morning in the camper. Got all of our clothes and stuff in there right now. A little bit of chaos. Got my little diapers, wipes, essentials there. Got a coat hook here to keep my keys. Keep the coolers in the back of my car for right now. Not in bear country today, but when we were last week, I just kept them in the car just to keep them safe. I feel pretty. Are you ready for bagels?
Yeah.
You getting hungry?
Yeah.
Can't believe we got this whole section of beach to ourselves. Kids are having a lot of fun. Oh, of course. Quick little cooler tour. So we've got the smaller one, we've got drinks, my coffees, which these are awesome little cans. We got Gatorade style drinks, some yogurt smoothies, and some waters. I've got backup waters that are not cool. And then our fridge, we've got cheese sticks, frozen water bottles, cucumbers, guacamole, hummus. Jason found some morel mushrooms when he was up with his friends, so we've got those, some butter, cherries, avocados, tons more cheese sticks, hot dogs. Got a big sub I got. We got 2 of those, so we had one last night for a really late lunch, and then had hot dogs for dinner. And we got cream cheese. And then our snack bin, which we've got like Slim Jims, granola bars, a couple Cliff Bars, fruit snacks, and then in here we've got our marshmallows, a thing of Pringles, chips, and pretzels, and then bagels, which Wyatt already had. So overall, my tips for what to bring: number 1, keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Don't go for crazy recipes that you've never tried before. Keep it simple. Number 2, prep as much as you can when you're at home. That way you're not doing it at camp and you can actually enjoy your time there. Next, number 3, buying pre-packaged individual snacks. This has been really helpful, especially when it comes to having little kids. They can grab one snack. They're not, opening a bag of pretzels and eating the whole thing. That way you can kind of ration it out, and it's easy to take with you when you go on your adventures during the day. Number 4, try to bring food that doesn't need to be cooked. That way, if you can't start a fire for some reason, it's raining, you can't get out and grill, you have foods that you can eat that don't require some type of heat source to eat. And then number 5, finding foods that don't need to be refrigerated is also really nice. Especially if you're going for a longer trip, your ice may not last, you may not have access to ice. Something happens and you can't keep your food refrigerated, you want to make sure that you have things that you can still eat no matter what. I'll also add here, always pack plenty of snacks and plenty of water. Better to have more than not enough. How's that coming, Hannah? Good? What do you think, Wyatt? A-okay?
Yeah.
Delicious bagel
Yeah.
by the lake.
By big.
Look at the water, it's so pretty. Water. How's that? Pretty. Oh, I like it. Nice job, dude. I love it. That's beautiful. You want to leave it on the log to dry while we go paddleboarding? All right. What do you think? Why? You doing tie-dye?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, good job.
you go. Come on.
Oh, nice teamwork, dude.
And turn off your bed like finger.
You're gonna be blue, Jay. Just accept it. So we spend a lot of time by the water, and when it's normally myself alone with the 3 kids, I definitely have some rules. Number 1, everyone wears a life jacket. Number 2, everyone has a whistle on their life jacket, just in case. Number 3, the kids ride in front of me on the paddleboard if we're anything above like knee deep. Number 4, everyone stays within eyesight. So Jason might go off on his own, but I can still see him. Number 5, no whining on the water. And number 6, safety is always number 1 over having fun. Got to keep that in mind. There's a lot of things that can happen on the water. It's really important to pay attention to your surroundings, the weather, and how everyone is doing. And know their limitations before you go out in the water with kids. What do you think? We paddled to the other side of the reservoir. Super rocky over here. This is the only little tiny beach we were able to find to pull off to. And kids are eating snacks. Jason is off fishing around the corner. You can see his bobber out there. He came from way over there.
Not me.
Where our camper is. It's beautiful. So I mentioned this earlier about making sure you have plenty of snacks. That also goes for any time you do any little adventures. That is 100% the way that I normally motivate the kids to keep going and push a little bit further, especially when Big Brother wants to fish a little bit longer and the little ones are kind of just done. Snacks.
It's orange.
Orange? You found an orange rock?
Yeah.
Are you going to throw it in when we paddle back?
No.
No, you're going to keep that one?
Yeah, but.
We got your collection of rocks.
Yeah, but.
We're going to make our paddle back over to the camper over there. All right, we're off. So the wind really picked up on our paddle back, but we made it back and the shirts are dry and ready to check out. Super excited to see how they all came out. T-shirts, did some tie-dye, tried to make some mountains on mine. Hannah did mermaids of her and Wyatt. Hannah and Wyatt on it. And these are Wyatt tie-dye shirts. This one's Hannah's. And here's Wyatt's camp shirt. And Jason's other one. This one's really cool. I like it. It looks like a leopard or something. Pretty cool. Fun little activity to do outside. Beautiful view. I'm just trying to clean up camp while the kids are looking for some more bait. They're just down around the corner over there. We're gonna stop at the marina on the way out so the kids can fish by the docks. This is a lot of fun and we'll definitely be back. Can't wait to bring our friends. So overall, we had an awesome first time dispersed camping. We did run into a few issues, but that's okay. Things we're learning from and can't wait to get back out there. Don't forget, adventure awaits. Let's go.